Hi everyone, this is my second attempt at a completely raw vlog. I'm not editing this. And I'm also not really a reviewing vlogger. I mean, nobody really knows me yet. I'm not that big, so nobody's paying me to say anything. And this is not my intent in my vlog. But because I just recently replaced my phone, as you know, my camera before was manipulating the photo and giving me crap videos, and I had to replace it. So I bought a new phone the other day, and I just wanted to tell you about it because it is amazing, literally amazing. I've never had such an amazing phone, so I just want to tell you about it. So I got the Huawei P30 Pro, and that version of phone is kind of, you know how Huawei has their own operating system, so it's slightly different than Android. It's like a fusion type system. I'm personally in love with it. I've only had it for one day, and usually you don't get a good impression straight away because there's like that process of swapping to a different phone and a different operating system, and things are just a bit different and a bit like the first day. I felt like this is going amazing, first of all. So the user interface is very convenient for me anyways. It's very smooth. I also like that it's almost like a fusion between Android and iOS, because there's some things, like some apps are designed a little bit more with like a clear design that's a bit more like an iPhone. That's how I feel about it anyway. The notices, what they said about Huawei and Google, that whole story about Huawei. They're listening to your calls, they're listening to, they're reading and keeping your texts, and how Google doesn't really want to supply their services on their Huawei operating system. So all these things has made me a bit cautious. So what I've done is basically I'm not really using a lot of the Huawei user experience that they offer. So lots of the apps that come that are Huawei apps, I just avoid them. I try not to give Huawei too much information about what I do and where I go. However, one has to think. I was kind of thinking, I was like, I think some of the Huawei stuff are designed better than the Android, actually. And then I'm thinking maybe Google is just a little bit concerned about a new operating system taking over. So I'm not going to say what's right or wrong, but I'm not entirely sure that the whole conspiracy theory about information being taken, I mean, I'm sure there's something to it. I'm not saying anybody's lying, but I think there's always two sides. And I think a lot of, money. This world is run on money, and some of it I think is just Google, because Google likes to take our information as well, right, Google? And some of it is I just think, oh, there's another company taking over, and people are going to see that their products are amazing because I've only just started to tell you about this amazing phone. So maybe they're just a bit stressed out about it. So I would just be cautious, but not take it too seriously. But that's just my approach. So back to the phone. The design is slick. The surfaces are smooth. It's just really like, how in the iPhone, when you get away from why do people struggle to get away from iPhone? Because the swiping and the way that the graphics are really, really cool. So the graphics on this one are really good. I think it's as close to iPhone as I've used on Android, really. What else did I want to say? Yes, and also, so apart from the design and also the cameras. Okay, so the camera is amazing. So I've seen this video. I'm probably going to put it in the description. I've seen this video of this guy who did an amazing thing. He's put 3 different phones on a gimbal and compared them. Because in the beginning, I was actually going to go for the One Plus, the new one. And I'm actually really glad that I went with this phone. So I think I was kind of debating because they both have cameras which are really good and really good in the dark as well. And I shoot a lot at night. So for live gigs and everything, it's amazing. The camera is really good. It's incomparable. I'm doing the video on this camera now, and I was just comparing earlier with a friend of mine and her new iPhone, and she was like, oh my god, your camera is amazing. So yeah, camera is definitely amazing. I'm really, really, really recommend it. This is just my first day of using the phone, but it's really, really good. Nobody's paying me to say this again. So there's not even commercials on this. There's no adverts on this video. So it's like, what I will say is I will put in the description, I found a really good cover for it. So if you just bought it, there's a really good convenient cover for it. It covers the phone really nicely and has a nice stand in the back as well, which I'm really chuffed with. And a really, really perfect, smooth and protective, hardcore screen protector. Tempered glass. So what I'll do is I'll put in the description the tempered glass that I bought because it's really good. The cover, the case that I bought, which is really, really good. And I will put down the video of the other guy that I saw on YouTube that's done really well and just shows you the quality of the camera, really. And I will just mention the name of the phone again, put it in the description. So it's the Huawei 30P Pro. Make sure it's the Pro version. Yeah, and that's all I'm gonna say today about this amazing phone, and I'll keep updating you and see, you know, I hope I don't get disappointed with it, but it looks very promising for the minute. So that's all. See you soon.